All right, we got an exciting episode today. We are in the Homer Harbor and we're at the fuel dock right now and we're fueling up. We're gonna head out to the halibut grounds. So looking forward to a really good day on the water. The weather is as forecasted 10 days ago, which is great. Very, very low wind, no precip, basically forecasted for today. So we're looking forward to a good day. So the stakes today, we had a long conversation last night about halibut fishing. I've got 4 newbies on the boat, never caught a halibut in their lives. And what we came up with is I'm actually betting them that I can get them their limit. So 8 fish total. And if I'm successful, they've all agreed to do the halibut necktie. And if you don't know what that is, make sure you stick around to the end so you can see it, because I'm going to guarantee that we're gonna see that photo today. If I'm not successful in getting them their 8 halibut, I am going to jump off the pier back at Bear Cove Retreat into the 41-degree water. I am highly motivated to get the job done today and get them their 8 halibut. So stick around. There's a lot of good action to see today, and see who wins this bet. Okay, we're fishing here in Cook Inlet, just outside of Homer, Alaska. And what I'm going to do is show you how I rig up for halibut fishing. So the first thing I do is I tie on what's called a corkscrew snap swivel. And I'll show you how that works once I get it on. So we're going to use a Palomar knot. We have spider wire braided line. We're going to make a loop. So we're basically going to take it, fold it back, make a loop. And we're going to push that through the eye of our corkscrew swivel, and we're just going to do a plain old overhand knot, tie that, pull it tight, and then take your swivel and run it back through the loop you just created and pull it tight. So this is the strongest knot you can tie for braided line. Once you have your corkscrew swivel on, trim off the excess. You take your jig. We've got a 16-ounce jig with a big Mr. Twister grub type tail on it. You're going to run that into the corkscrew and pull it around. And now you're on. Then we're going to take a herring head, and then we're going to put a little bit of our Pro Cure scent on. We use the bloody tuna when we're fishing halibut. That on, put it on your bait, put it on your grub. Sometimes I'll put some between the grub and the jig head just to make that scent last a little longer. And at that point, we're all rigged up, ready to fish. All right, so we're fishing near kelp, which generally means you're gonna find these fish right here called the Irish Lord. I think head on, it's one of the scariest looking fish that we catch. Kind of has the appearance of a dragon. I would say in general, when you're halibut fishing, it's very common to catch these, as well as gray cod. They kind of live amongst the halibut. Pretty cool fish to look at. I've filleted a couple, and there's very little meat. It's right down here by the tail, and this is the wormiest fish I've ever cleaned in my life. So I've never even tried to eat one, and frankly, I would not recommend even trying to clean one. They're very bony, hard on the knives, and you're not going to get much edible out of it. So Irish Lord. That's the one we were looking for. Oh, that's some lino. Well, we have some bad news, we have some good news, and we have some bad news. First, the first bad news. The forecast was wrong. It wasn't supposed to rain. It rained. It wasn't supposed to be windy. It was kind of windy. It was a little choppy. And that led to one of our fisher people who took some Dramamine, but we didn't realize he needed an IV of Dramamine to make it through the day. So we lost one fisherman for a good chunk of the trip. Two, the wave action caused the door to shut on one of our fisher people's fingers. So we lost another fisher person for a period of time. Our third fisher person had a tendency to lose their bait frequently. Our fourth fisher person targeted cod all day. I kept telling him we're fishing for halibut, and he kept catching gray cod. So that's the bad news. The good news is we did get some halibut. We ended up with 5 halibut in the bucket. We have one nice one. Micah caught a really nice halibut towards the end of the day, which I'm really excited about. The final bad news is I have to jump in Bear Cove. I'm not too excited about it. I'm not looking forward to it because it's actually kind of cold, chilly, overcast, raining. So that's how I get to end my day. Worst part is the tide won't be high enough until about 10:30 tonight. So it's going to be a late night back at the Cove. But overall, I would say it was a success other than all the bad stuff. I don't know. Pam, how did it work for you?
It was a great day. There was a little bit of seasickness going on, but it was fun watching everybody catch their fish, even though we had to throw some back because they were too little, but they were huge. But it was a fun day, and excited for tomorrow.
It's a pretty good day. I caught biggest fish, so I'm definitely the best fisherman here.
Did you know that there's a guide in the boat right now? I mean, he claims to be a guide. I don't know. We'll see what he has to say.
I lost a lot of bait in a row until that last one, but it was a pretty good day, so it's fun.
Well, in rebuttal, I will say that without me baiting his hook, I don't know if Michael would have got any fish, and he kept losing bait. So, you know, I mean, it was a team effort, and he definitely had to pay for that fish by giving it a bunch of food first. So, no, it was awesome. I've never been halibut fishing before. I've never fished on the ocean, and I had a great time. I've been fishing my whole life, and I've always been scared to go out on the ocean because I knew I would enjoy it, and I did. So I had a blast out there today.
Today's sponsor, Bear Cove Retreat. Let Bear Cove Retreat be your guide as you embark upon your dream Alaskan coastal adventure. Their off-the-grid, all-inclusive retreat is the perfect option for folks seeking a journey with unique experiences in a serene setting. Visit www.bearcoveretreat.com for more details.
Hey, I'm Zach. I'm the one that was kind of behind the camera on the boat, and I'm also the one that does the video editing for the Discovering the Last Frontier YouTube channel. I'm also the one who was seasick on the boat earlier, feeling a little bit better now. We're back at Bear Cove, and it's my family that's here with me this time. So it's my mom and my youngest son, Micah. But we kind of made a bet with Lucas, like either he could help us get our limit, or if he doesn't help us get our limit, he's going to have to jump into the frigid waters here at Bear Cove Retreat. So right now, he is in the sauna, warming up, getting ready to make the jump. It's probably, I don't know, maybe about a 20-foot jump into the water, so it should be pretty entertaining.
So we're back at Bear Cove Retreat. Now it's time to pay off my bet. The good news is they never said I couldn't go in the sauna before jumping in, which is a big plus. I get to heat up and have a spot to go back to after I get out of this water and warm up again. When we pulled in, the water temp was 40.3 degrees, so it's early May. Still a very chilly time of the year. This is going to be a full-on thermal cycle. I'm going to experience 190 degrees Fahrenheit into 40 degree water, so 150 degree Fahrenheit delta. You know, earlier today I sort of blew it. I made two errors while we were out there. The first is Eric caught a nice halibut, probably 10, 11 pounds, right when we got to the spot. And it happened so fast that I said, you know what, we should hold out, try to do a little better for our 8. And I threw it back. And you know, in the last hour, I would have kept that halibut. And I probably should have kept it in the first hour. So it was just straight mental error there. Second part where I blew it was Eric had a halibut up to the boat and the current was ripping. I had the gaff out and I was ready to gaff it. And that was the exact moment where Pam kind of got her finger pinched in the door. Eric reacted to that. The halibut went under the kicker motor. I couldn't get the gaff at it. And I kind of flopped around, couldn't quite get it. And that halibut survival instincts kicked in. It twisted, and eventually it got enough leverage. The hook peeled out before I could get the gaff in it, and I lost it. So I could have easily had 7, and then all I had to do was stick it out a little bit later in the day into the rain, I think, to get that 8th. But when I was 3 away, I just told them, hey, I concede. You guys got me. You got me. So I'm just heating up, getting ready to take the plunge. Fingers crossed. I took all my heart meds this morning, so that's a plus. Hopefully that survives this jump. The time has come. Wish me luck. Oh, good Lord. It's cold. The air is cold. The air is cold. Oh my goodness. Why? Oh, you guys, it's a long ways. Okay. Wish me luck. Okay, that was miserable. Oh, well, I paid my dues, but I'm willing to risk it again. I think there's a chance I can actually beat them in this bet, and I'm willing to endure this one more time if I can ultimately get my prize, which is the picture of them with their halibut bow ties. If you like the content, we'd really appreciate if you join our community. Please subscribe. It really helps keep the channel going, and we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Thanks.